There's a warm wind blowing and the blue skies flowing. Marks a new day. That old cobble path and a crooked cross sure as hell marks the way. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm launching, this is the first little tidbit into some things I'll be releasing about singing and playing guitar, and with the aspiration of maybe playing your own gigs if you're not already, or wanting to, or kind of could, but you still don't have that confidence to get out there. All right? So we're going to go through a few things that I do, and like everything else in my library, this is not, this is how you should do it. This is not, this is the way it's done. All right? This is how I did it, how I learned how to play guitar, how I practice guitar, the kind of music I play on guitar. And this is about how I took that next step to writing my own songs and playing both my own songs and cover songs in public, right? So let's first look at the whole process quickly about what we're now wanting to do. So up until now, you've been playing chords, right? Okay? And that's our only responsibility, is learn how to make our guitar sound like the guy on the radio, or just nice with good, smooth chord changes, whatever that would be, okay? Now, the minute we start singing, now that's going to change things. First, in the eye of the beholder. So if I was at a little coffee shop gig and I had no microphone and they just wanted me to entertain, I could sit there, play some instrumental music, some chord progressions. I could play some songs, the chords of the song. Some people would sort of, oh, that's that song. But as we know from guitar players, we could play a 5-chord progression and everybody in the room might be thinking that's a different song, right? Because you really do need the melody and the vocal melody and then the lyrics to say, oh, yeah, I know that song, right? So we have different components. So as a guitar player, if we're just sitting there doing this, that's how we're going to be judged. People are going to look at us and go, oh, yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, sounds good, right? Or no, he's this guy, he doesn't sound that great. All right, either way. But that's how you're going to be judged. The minute you open your mouth, well, now it's different. Now you're going to be judged on your vocals, right? Are you in pitch? Are you in key? Can you hold the notes? Do you have a nice timbre to your voice? Do you have any vibrato? Do you have, whatever, I mean, I'm not saying that there's these people know all these terms, but in their mind, they're going to know whether, or they're going to come up to the assumption that you're a good singer or you're okay or, well, you're shit, okay? So there are things that I like to do that I didn't do at the beginning, that I quickly learned that I got to do to enhance what people are going to judge me on, and that's my vocals, right? So to do this, I'm going to use a song that I wrote, okay? Because, well, A, it's what I do, and B, I just think it's just easier. I don't want to run into, copyright issues and all that kind of stuff. That's my stuff. I can do what I want, right? Okay. So, and I'm going to take you through a process. So that's kind of why I want to use my own. But either way, the process is kind of the same, right? So you want to learn a cover song. You Google it. You've been playing it in your bedroom. You know the chords. You know how it goes. You've heard it 900,000 times in your head. Okay? Now you got to replicate it. Well, think about it. These people are professionals. Some of these people are beyond professionals. They're like superstars. And here we are thinking that with a few lessons and a couple of years or whatever, we can start sounding like these people playing guitar and singing. Well, that is rarely going to happen. And most of us don't have the same voices as the songs we want to sing anyways. Some of us are blessed that, hey, you ever been told you sound like that guy? And that guy is famous and he has 100 songs, so you could sing his songs and people think, hey, yeah, you sound like that guy. Most of us don't have that luxury, right? So our goal is to make sure we present the song in a very listenable way that people might say, yeah, sounds good, right? So that's what we're going to go through. So the first thing, I'm going to use my song as an analogy, but you would use as a cover song is you get the chords and you play it through, right? Whatever it may be. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You get the strumming pattern that you think is good for the song, and everybody's happy. Okay? And then, of course, you got to learn the lyrics and sing the lyrics. So in my case, instead of Googling and everything, I wrote it. So I sit down, I got my pad, my paper, I hammer out these lyrics, come up with a chord progression, a strumming pattern, away I go. So here we go, all right? So this is the raw version of the song that I want to perform in front of people. Now, keep in mind, this could be your favorite cover song too. So here we go. Everything is structured right. You know, there's eight bars of intro, and then there's a warm wind blowing and a blue sky's flowing. Marks a new day. An old cobble path and a crooked cross sure as hell marks the way. Right? Okay. Shadows from your path laying dark across them pews. Right? Okay. And then, you know, as we ramp up to the chorus, right? Preacher man, don't you dare close them doors. Here we go for the chorus. I don't want to lie here on my own. All right, that's it. So, why I did that was to show you that when you write a song, you got to, you know, it's got to be in a neat package. It's got to make sense, right? It's got to have some sort of structure to it. Verse, chorus, maybe there's this chord's in the chorus, this chord's in the verse. Maybe in the chorus it's shorter, you only play 4 and 8 in the verse, whatever, okay? So we've done all that. And that was the finished version, okay? But that, back in the day, would have been the way that I would have gone and sat down, plugged in, and played the song. But I don't do that anymore, okay? Nor should you. All right, so we want, remember, to make our vocals the star of the show, right? And in doing so, you have to remember, you are not here to impress the 2 or 3 guitar players that are out there. Much like if you're a chef and you go out for dinner, you're going to have your opinion, right? Oh, you know, the presentation is a little off, or the meat's undercooked, and, well, you know, he's busy tonight, I get it. There's always going to be that go on, right? So if the room was full of guitar players, that's what you're up against, because everyone's going to judge what chords you play, how you play them, shoulda, coulda, woulda, why didn't you? That's what's going through their heads, you know, sitting there judging you as a guitar player. But we got to remember that 9 times out of 10, when we go and play these public places, most of the people in there don't know anything about music other than listening to it. They don't play an instrument. They've never sang. Some people have dabbled in this and that, but it's a whole different mindset, okay? When a chef cooks for other chefs, he gets judged and critiqued because everybody's better than you. When a guitar player plays guitar for other guitar players, they're all better than you, don't you know, right? So they're going to critique you and all that kind of stuff, not give you the, yeah, you're okay, yeah. But when nobody knows anything, they're going to judge you by how you sound, okay? So don't worry about impressing the guitar players in the audience. Dumb it right down. I use a capo to further match my voice to the cover or my own song. So I wrote this song bare. And then when I really wanted to perform it and I realized that going into the chorus, whatever, I didn't have that range per se, I started using a capo to make it more friendly to my voice. You would do the same with a cover song. You would use a capo, and you would do that to match your voice, but also to get rid of any ugly chords that you don't want to play, because what you really got to do, you got to dumb that guitar playing right down. Okay? That's what I found. Forget intricate chord fingerings and trying to look cool, playing fancy looking chords and bar chords and up the. You know what? That takes away some of your focus and concentration on this. So remember that. Gotta dumb down the guitar playing because you're going to be judged now on your voice, right? So knowing that, okay, now I've used a capo to kind of meld my guitar with my voice. So the second thing I'm going to do is forget that whole 1, 2, down, up, 3, 2, whatever, however you learn your strumming patterns. Throw that out the window, okay? Let your vocals of the song dictate your strumming. And part B, do not overstrum. So much like the theory of, or the philosophy of an electric guitar, is you play a note, and a lot of times you let that note ring out before you play another one, right? So instead of that, you're going, let the notes ring out. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? Same with chord playing. Instead of gonna. And let me show you what I mean. All right, here we go. So the opening to my song in C. There's a warm wind blowing and a blue sky's flowing. Marks a new day. An old cobble path and a crooked cross sure as hell marks the way. You see what I'm doing there? Okay? First of all, I still have a pattern. Okay? I'm still playing a pattern, but I'm gearing it to my vocals. So 9 times out of 10, I'm downing on the syllables. There's a warm wind blowing, blue sky flowing, right? Marks, mostly downs, marks a new. And then when I switch chords, now I got the bottom coming out. I might do a little arpeggio, but it's mellow, it's background music. It's just to carry it until I start singing again, okay? So remember, we started like this. There's a warm wind blowing and a blue sky's flowing. Marks a new day, right? And now we've trimmed it to there's a warm wind blowing and a blue sky's flowing. Marks a new day. Right? So we've put a little texture in there. We've spaced things out a little bit. We've given it its own sort of little underlying life, right? Sound. Okay? So there's a major difference right there, right? So if your cover song goes, I had my dog down to the beach the other day and we like to go out and play, right? Well, I had my dog down at the beach that day. We go and we play. Whatever, right? Okay. You see the difference? Right? So we're harnessing, we're pulling back on the guitar to give a nice mattress to our vocals. That is what people are keying on, whether you play your own song or you play a cover song. Ultimately, that's what people are going to listen to. The guitar becomes an accompaniment, not the star of the show, right? So the star of the show is your vocals, so you've got to give that every possible chance to succeed. So what we're going to do moving forward in this little series is we're going to look at these types of little things, all right? And slowly but surely get us into a different mindset than we have been learning guitar. Because learning guitar, we're, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep that hand moving, 2, 3, 4. It's all about timing and playing chords and strumming patterns and all that. Now, we're taking all that foundation that we've practiced and built on, and we're molding it, right? Changing it to accompany our voice, which is our new instrument. Okay? And again, I cannot overstate this. Do not think that you have to play to the guitar players out there. That's so important. It may seem like, oh, why does he keep saying that? Because it is so important, right? And I swear, rest assured, nobody will ever come up to you and say and question the way you played your chords or what chords you chose or how to play those chords. Nobody. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows or nobody cares. Because now you're singing. And that's what people are going to care about and focus on. All right? So I guess what we learned here is let's dumb the guitar playing down using one or all of these things I just mentioned. Capo, simple strumming, lower the touch so it's not, you don't have the volume coming out, right? You don't have this going on. If you still want to strum quick, no problem, but let's ease up on the touch so we don't have this. Now you can't hear me. Now you can hear me. Can't hear? Can hear. Big difference. Makes a huge difference just doing that. All right, so we'll see you again next time with some more tips. There'll be some other stuff coming as usual. And started to do some live streams as well. We're going to get on a schedule. You want to check the community tab, I think it is, on my channel. That's where I list anything I might have questions for you guys. I might have something to show you. And I might have a message to you about live shows, things like that, or what to expect, what's coming, whatever. It'll be on the community tab of my channel. All right? So as always, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Keep the comments coming. Give me any suggestions, things that might help you in your progress and in your journey. And we'll see you soon. And remember, just play your guitar. That's how you're going to get better.